2021, we are turning the heat up again this year. We're bringing in some of our friends. We have some stuff going on in Mama Fried later this week. We'll be doing videos about that. We've been doing stuff all week. Okay, the heartburn is serious, but we're gonna prep the last dish of the week. We're here with my very good friend Ali Khan.
What up, man?
Very famous online and television food personality person. He became famous by eating the barbacoa that we cook on camera on the Food Network. So.
That is true, man. Best thing I ever ate. Straight up. Straight up.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to make some al pastor tacos here. So we're not going to be putting them on a trompo.
Okay.
We're going to be kind of mimicking the slice kind of down factor by peeling out the entire pork shoulder. I'm going to do that over here. We're going to butcher a little hog shoulder over here. I'm going to have you make our al pastor paste, but It's heat week, so it's going to be extremely spicy.
Dude, I want a hazmat suit because for the record, I've had some of this heat week stuff and I can handle, I mean, look at me, I can handle spicy food. This stuff is insane. So if I explode, I'm blaming you.
I want to see steam coming out of your ears.
Yeah, that's not hard. That's really not hard.
Okay, I'm going to get started over here cutting this pig down. You're going to get started over here with our spices. I just want to go over what we have over here and how we're going to spice it up this year. Pretty tame, some granulated garlic. This is ancho powder that I already kind of portioned out. We've got, what's back here, some cumin. You can't have an al pastor without a little bit of cumin. Okay. Some paprika. We're going to start to heat it up a little bit. Red pepper flakes.
Heat week.
Just so it like looks like, you know, it's like that's like a visual thing. It looks spicy if you got like the seasoned stuff in there. Cayenne.
Jesus.
Habanero powder. This will sneak up on you, okay? This is the stuff that like gets in the air and then it like lands on our like forearms and stuff.
I want a hazmat suit.
And then we'll use the rest of this. This is Carolina Reaper powder.
Jesus Christ!
Extremely hot.
I want to eat this at some point. Oh, that's not necessary.
Have got, let me switch this thing over here. This is our ancho powder already portioned out. 200 grams of that.
So like on the heat scale, where does that sit at?
Ancho's kind of sweet, kind of tastes like raisins, so it's not really hot at all.
Okay.
This is just for color and flavor.
Okay.
And so if you're doing anything with chilies, with dried chilies, you want to have a rounded flavor. That's a lot of like Mexican cooking and the dried chilies kind of cooking. They use a lot of different ones because this one will be bitter, that one will be sweet, this one will be kind of chocolatey. That's the whole thing behind like moles and everything. So we're using a few different types of chilies in our al pastor.
Like grilled poblano.
Yeah, smoked and dried poblanos. Chipotles, obviously, smoked and dried jalapenos.
Okay.
But I did 200 grams of ancho here. We're going to do 200 grams of everything else for me. So if you can portion all these guys out, 200 grams of each of these. We'll do the salt last, and then we're going to whip it into a paste with some of this Frank's hot sauce and some white vinegar.
Jesus,
cool?
200 grams?
Yeah, 200 grams of each of these.
I feel like I'm on Breaking Bad.
Okay,
and I have to try the goods.
Let's cook.
200 grams of that too?
Yeah, dude. Well, we're just going to use all the rest of that's in that.
Yeah, it's great. Great idea.
Just use all of it. So obviously this is peaceful pork. This is a skinless shoulder. Sometimes we can ask Sloan very nicely to bring us skinless pigs. That way I didn't have to skin a hog on camera today. What I'm doing right now is just basically going to lift out the bones. So in here we got our normal shoulder bone that we're going to take out. We've also got these little ribs here and then the spine. So the spine and ribs are going to come out as one. I'm probably going to hack off this limb here at the joint, and then I'll take off the little arm bone, and then I'll take out the shoulder bone.
My nose is burning. All right, 200 dead even. Here we go. My nose is on fire. Jesus, you guys are nuts. I know. This is like the stuff you put on pizza. What's wrong? Okay. Things are happening to the system.
That's not bad, right?
Beautiful.
All right, garlic. Woo. Oh. Ah, so close!
I'll cut that part out.
Nice shank.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh God, I almost brought it too close. That should be paprika. Yeah. Do you know what I mean by sheer volume? I get we're cooking for the peoples, We're cooking for the peoples. Did you see what it did? That was my body telling my brain to stop.
Right.
So let's just like call it out here. Like if you have like the scale of pepper, right? Put the Reaper here, and then I think ancho would be kind of like down near the bottom. Where would habanero be? Like
In between.
Right, dead
Closer
middle?
to
I'd
Reaper.
say like 2/3 of the way.
Closer to Reaper, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to say this, but the mac and cheese from Heat Week, that actually probably kept me away from Heat Week. I mean, I couldn't believe that a mac and cheese could be that violently spicy. But I mean, I think
Violently spicy.
famously, I used to be a hothead in my younger years, and I used to live in LA, right, very close to Thai Town. And there was this restaurant that I kind of discovered had a huge, you have a deli menu and they'll have like 100 items. It was like that, but with Thai food. And they had one section that was like super stupid spicy. And there was this thing called like jungle curry. And it was a Cornish hen that you got in like a thing like this, but big enough for a Cornish hen. And then it was like submerged in a liquid. The waitress, who was totally from Thailand, was like, she just moaned and groaned and said, don't get it, don't get it, don't get it. I totally got it. And I mean, I liked it back in the day. I was kind of, I was into that spice, but we all know that the spice comes twice. We all know about the initial, but after a while, you're like, I just don't like sitting on a toilet. Oh, God. Oh, dude, this is the problem. Oh, look at it. Look how it sits above. Oh, it makes the habanero just look like paprika, actually. You make amazing, amazing food. Like, I love what you do with changing what's possible one can expect with smoked meats. I'm also going to say this. You could be ruining the whole thing.
Kept my money muscle intact. I peeled out, this is where the shoulder bone, the normal pork shoulder bone was. So I kind of went underneath it, kind of got it up out of there. This is where the kind of arm bone was. So I kind of pulled it out here, then I spun it around over there, and then I flipped open this piece. So we're going to season this whole thing. We're going to roll it back up like that, then we're going to tie it. We're just going to add some vinegar and some hot sauce.
Okay.
Till it gets to be pasty.
I mean, this thing is pretty full. Oh, God. Oh, I mean, the Franks. That's like the
Frank's
least
hot
of your
sauce.
problems. That's the least of your problems.
Some white
Are you
vinegar.
a nuclear with it?
Oh my God. Did you bring that? It's got a fucking skull on it, dude. I'm so scared
What's the
right
skull
now.
bill on that? Like 2 mil?
1 million. Oh God.
Dude, that is some. Oh, God, really? Oh, what? Oh, dude, please don't do this. Oh!
Last time Sawyer saw me do that, she decided we needed to make people sign waivers.
Well, they already signed the waiver this week.
Yeah. I don't feel good about myself. What is? You know what? I feel like I should. I'm gonna take a. Oh God. Oh.
Hey, stir gently.
Yeah, no, I don't want it to pop up. Yeah.
So it really is just a wet paste.
Yeah, just a paste is what we're looking for. You didn't put any salt in this yet, right?
Nope.
Okay, we'll season the pork shoulder just with salt, and then we'll rub
Hey,
this
grab
on
a
it
spoon and
afterwards.
give that a taste.
Oh God.
Zero chance that's happening.
Dude.
Zero chance.
Dude. So this is gonna cover the shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So when you're having this al pastor taco, are you just going to be screwed because you're going to be the first person getting the slice? Because once you get into the middle, you should be chill, right?
No, because it's going to be like all rolled up.
That-
Like it's going to be all in like a
Oh, like
spiral.
almost roulade-esque?
Yeah.
I mean, you're right, though. Those burn ends.
Yeah, the ends are going to be rough.
Because, the professional is always looking for the crispy bits, right?
Right.
No, that's...
Not this week.
Do I need more gloves?
Do you want to get in here and rub it?
I mean, every time I've said yes to this, I've regretted it.
It's been seasoned with salt already. There's no salt in this paste, and we're just going to rub it in.
So once you rub all that in, then you're going to roll it up.
Yeah, then we're going to tie it with butcher's twine.
So when you're cooking it and then carving it, everyone's going to have a chance to burn their innards out.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely hot.
I
That's
feel
great.
like it's eating through my glove.
This looks good. This looks exactly like how we used to do it. I'm excited. So we're just gonna smoke this thing whole. It's gonna take like all day. We're gonna wrap it in foil.
Wait, you're gonna wrap it in what?
Foil.
In foil. Okay. Yeah. I was like, what else? What kind of pepper is that?
Just carve it down. That's it, man.
So that gets wrapped in foil. It gets put in the smoker.
Well, no, we'll smoke it first, but we'll probably wrap it to make sure the outside doesn't burn too bad.
So when are you gonna start smoking this?
Tomorrow morning.
So it's just gonna sit in the paste 24
Overnight,
hours,
yeah.
basically, like 30
Yeah.
hours. I don't think I've grimaced so much at meat in my life.
Next time you see this baby, it's gonna be nice and fully cooked, and we're just gonna carve off pieces. We're gonna serve it with a little pineapple pico, some of this curtido.
Okay, pineapple. Yeah, bring on the sweet.
Let's do it. Let's get this thing started.
All right, let's make some curtido. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What are we making?
So this is curtido, and to be honest, it's something that I kind of had to Google the actual name for.
Yeah.
When I would go to carnitas taco joints, where you go to the salsa bar along with the onion and cilantro and all that good stuff, you just see like habanero and onion in some kind of soury juice.
Yeah.
And I just started to play around with it, and I was like, oh, I'll add some lemon juice because that's sour.
Yeah.
Now I'll add a little bit of vinegar and salt.
Nice.
Slice this super thin, julienne these, squeeze the juice out. I kind of eyeball it depending on how many habaneros I add. Since it's heat week, usually at home I'll do like maybe like 2 of these. They're much smaller, but it's heat week, so we gotta get big. And I usually take the stem out because it's heat week. We're gonna leave it all in there because I mean, after what we just saw, usually this is like a big deal to me. So this one's off, so I'm just gonna start trimming this up. And what's kind of nice is like usually I'm like cutting through this and like carefully removing all that stuff. Not today, you know why? Because it's heat week. What do you call that? Like almost like a cup of a habanero.
Yeah.
So, you know, you just want to add enough onion to, I mean, at home, I'll probably do like at least like 2 to 1, but because we all know what it is. Because it's heat week. But yeah, you know, you can add as much or as little onion as you want. And then as far as like the lemon and the vinegar goes, all you really want to do is just have enough to almost cover it. It's not necessary because especially when you add the salt, a lot of the liquid's going to come out. And it's going to create the juice. And the juice is good. The juice is good. The juice is spicy. I think that's pretty good.
Well, I just find it interesting that, you know, all of these cultures are so different, but they have, you know, basically some of the same kind of ideas as far as food goes, as far as that kind of, you know.
We'll kind of reach the same conclusion.
Yeah.
Flair to it.
Surprise, balance
I think
is good.
that's good with the onion.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Lemon.
Schlemon time. You know, and I'll tell you, I've looked up some interesting recipes online. I think a lot of them will use lime juice. For some reason, I just settled on lemon, and that's kind of it. And then I always add a little vinegar in case my lemons are dry. You know what I mean? Yeah, this stuff is it's a killer thing to have. The other day, I did a big taco night and invited some friends over, and it does help. Like this whole family is like originally from across the border.
Oh yeah.
And they finished it, which is rad. You know, like nothing was left. Actually, can you shake a little salt in there for me?
Yeah.
Then I can do some mixing. Now, maybe just a splash of vinegar. Doesn't need much. But again, like half of this is the juice.
A little more?
That's good. That's super good.
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
that looks very good.
Dude, this is so rad. You know, this is a condiment I never grew up with, but we did grow up having like tomato, onion, and jalapeno just as a side on the table. Yeah. This is just all mixed up. Yeah. So we're gonna put this in a jar.
Oh, yeah.
And like honestly,
that's gonna go
within an hour, even a couple hours, just room temp, and you're like good to go.
There we go. Dude, I just want to toss some fish in here because then we got a ceviche going, baby.
Yeah. And I love to use red onions because you get the color.
Yeah.
But whites, you know, like I totally see it with the white ones too.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotta say, I might open these tomorrow.
That's good, man.
There we go.
All right. Curtido.
Wait,
do you see smoke? I think the pork shoulder's on fire.
Yeah.
They collect over the years.
Yeah. Last day of heat week, first day of August. Everything's been really hot all week long. The Italian beef yesterday was extremely spicy. Ali is back.
I'm back.
We tied up the pastor yesterday, or sorry, on Friday. We smoked it yesterday, rested overnight. Cole just finished cutting it up. We re-seasoned it with a little bit more.
It's not re-seasoning. He took out that goop. It was like, looks like food coloring. Except unlike food coloring, it tastes like something.
Extremely spicy and intense flavor. Yeah,
I got IBS like watching that.
It's bad. It's gonna be hot. It's the last day. What do you want? We got to make everybody remember the Al Pastor taco. It's got to be hot as shit. I don't want anybody coming in here on the last day being like, your shit is weak. So we're coming correct with the heat. Al Pastor tacos, pineapple pico, HEB flour tortillas, little chipotle barbecue sauce available on our website, LeRoyandLewisBBQ.com. And we're just gonna burn ourselves up here. The very last day of heat week. Then we're not required to eat any more spicy food for a year, okay? 360 more days. Thank God.
That's fair. That's a year. I have a year to finish up being on the toilet.
We got the curtido, bleeded out some really nice looking color here. We just tried it. Habaneros, onions, some of the lemon juice, a little vinegar in there. We're gonna put this on top. You know, it's gonna cut through the fattiness. I don't think anything is gonna cut through that heat.
No, you
hot.
would need like freaking peanut butter and vanilla ice cream.
There's an idea, hot ice cream next year. You heard it right here, folks.
Yet another food to
With that
ruin.
goo right on top.
Hot fudge sundae.
Dude.
All right, we're gonna sit down. Yeah. Oh. All right, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna eat one of these. Okay, my dad, Gary LeRoy, biggest fan. Also, a guy who taught me how to cook barbecue, taught me how to eat spicy food. How's your heat week experience been so far?
It wasn't too bad until yesterday. It kind of burned me up.
Yesterday was hot.
Yesterday was hot.
How does it compare to the taco from a couple years ago?
The taco a couple years ago was hot. I really remember that mac and cheese
The
last
mac and
year
cheese was really hot.
That was really hot.
Really, really hot.
Had to take a quart of that home. It was good though. The flavors are spot on,
Yeah.
but the heat is just intensifying daily.
What was the best dish this year?
This year, well, the ribs were delicious.
Yeah.
The queso was good. It
Yeah.
had a nice little kick to it, but started off the week real good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell these guys to make his extra spicy. Okay.
Just like always.
We've got Ali's curtido here. I'm going to take a bite first.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably add some of that to it.
I was gonna say I want to have it. I want to try it as is,
Yeah.
as presented, and then kind of see.
It looks
and just
hot.
kinda
They are
see.
nice and meaty.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to go for it, man.
Okay, man.
Here we
Heat
go.
week.
Here we go. Does
It's
it
a hot
smell
day in
really hot?
August.
It smells very spicy. Okay.
It smells good. It smells delicious. I mean, it's a beautiful looking taco.
There's no turning back now.
Stay strong, fellas.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Flavors out of this world. Heat right away.
It's flat out delicious. Flat out delicious. It's really nice. I think you captured, it's just got enough chew, but very tender.
Dude, the barbecue sauce brings a lot of kind of like smokiness with the chipotles and like really balances with the sweetness and the acidity too.
I like it because
It's bearable.
it does
I'm being honest.
That barbecue sauce, like, I find like eating Central Texas barbecue, I seldom reach for barbecue sauce.
Right.
I almost like salsa
Yeah.
more than barbecue sauce. But this barbecue sauce behaves quite well. You know, it's like a salsa. You know what? I'm okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brad?
Am I?
Yeah. I think it's just gonna linger, I think. Curtido makes it, dude. Get that shit on there. It's really good.
It's so flavorful. It's really good. It lingers, but it's not keeping me away.
Right.
It's not keeping me away. It's a good taco.
All right, go get that bottle of extract.
So hot.
Oh, it's hot?
It's weird. It seduces you because it's delicious, and then later you're like,
That's hot.
you know what it is? it's like edibles.
How
You
was it,
know,
Jimmy?
in the moment you're like, this is cool, and then you're like, yeah, I won't be high anymore.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, the hottest was obviously the Italian beef. The jus, just that like spicy liquid, just like carried all of the heat. The weakest was the ribs. They were like sweet, but I think the heat from the Spicy Boy sauce got dissipated a little bit in the
Thank you.
in the foil wrap. The best flavor might be the taco. Might be the al pastor, might have been the Italian beef too. I liked them both. Yeah, the Mapo sausage was really good. We'll have to bring that back. It's not going crazy spicy. So we had 16 finishers of Heat Week. Started with 22 people on Wednesday. I think we scared some people off with the Italian beef yesterday for sure. That's a wrap. That's Heat Week 2021. What have we learned? The Italian beef was just as spicy as exactly as spicy as I want it to be. Super, super hot. Things that have like juices and stuff, like the queso, that was hot. A lot of comparisons of the Italian beef to the mac and cheese, to the taco from a couple years ago. The pattern's basically been like even level of heat, except for one of them is just like way above everything else. Spicy queso, Spicy Boys ribs, Mapo tofu sausage, hot Italian beef, and then today the al pastor taco. Send us some suggestions. What do you think we should cook spicy next year?